In this part of the research station here in Bixby, we've got an interesting study going on. It's a natural biocontrol of weeds research project. And doing the research in this area is vegetable specialist Dr. Lynn Brandenberger.
Hey Steve, how you doing?
Lynn? All right. Welcome back to the program.
Oh, great to be here.
So Lynn, can you tell us a little bit about what you got going on in this plot?
Well, we've basically got one treatment, which we're using mustard. It's a mustard variety that produces a lot of glucosinolates, which is a kind of a natural fumigant in the soil.
Okay.
And so we've got that as our treatment, and then we have an untreated plot, which is basically a fallow plot where we've just let whatever weeds come up grow. We planted the mustard back in March. It grew until it was in flower.
Cool season crop.
Yeah. And then about 2 weeks ago, we went in and flail mowed it, both that and the fallow plots, and then rototilled this material back in the soil. What goes on, Steve, is after about a week, the glucosinolates in this biomaterial that has been rototilled back into the soil are released, and we're hoping that this will control weeds. This is kind of an offshoot of some work that we saw done in California and along the West Coast. They've been working with this for 2 or 3 years, and we thought, well, that may be something that will work for our Oklahoma growers, particularly for weed control, but in the future we're hoping maybe we may even look at it for a use as a disease control mechanism for some crops that have some disease problems within the state.
Well, that would be interesting. So it's pretty much sort of like a natural pre-emergence herbicide, sort of.
Yeah, kind of. We're going to find out.
Okay.
We're not sure what's going to happen at this point yet, but we're hoping that's the way it's going to work. This project is also, it's a joint project with 2 other universities, University of Arkansas, Dr. Nilda Burgos, there's a weed scientist, and Dr. Teddy Morlock's a plant breeder there that we're working with, and then also another guy at Clemson.
So is this this type of mustard that you're using as a cover crop, it's a specific type of mustard?
Right. The variety or the mixture is called Caliente.
Okay.
It comes out of a seed company in Santa Rosa, California. Part of what Dr. Morlock may be doing in the project in the future, if this looks like it holds some promise, he has several lines of mustard that he's bred for heat.
Okay.
And we're thinking that may be something we may try in the future to see if we can get higher levels of glucosinolates out of those than what this even has. So that's just something that's kind of in the pipeline we may take a look at if this looks promising.
All right. So you're going to see if it keeps a lot of the weeds from germinating, and you're also going to see how it affects the peas here as well?
Right. Last week we planted these peas in all the plots. And it looks like we've got a nice stand. They're coming up pretty good. And we'll see whether or not we're going to get some weed control out of the mustard, and also see if that mustard, this vapor that's released as this material breaks down, if it might have a negative or a positive effect on the crop.
On the peas. Okay.
Right.
Well, this is something I guess the homeowner may try. Experiment
sure.
with some of the crucifers, the
Right.
mustards and things like that as cover crops to see if it holds down the weeds.
Correct. And it adds a lot of organic matter to the soil too.
Cover crops are a good idea. Thanks a lot, Lynn.
Thanks.